let's see. First question I was going to ask you is, what's up with the Giants? Are they going to rebound here?
What's up with the Giants? The Giants right now just aren't playing with much confidence. And I'm sure they will rebound. I mean, in professional sports, they have a lot of games to go. Guys understand you have to have a short memory in the business, so you can't hold on to a loss too long. And at some point, it eventually comes back to you because they are very talented. So this is just a little bump in the road they'll get over.
Is it kind of interesting how the NFC East is playing out? It seemed like Dallas was ready to make a move there, and they come back, and the Eagles have struggled the past few weeks. It looks like it's wide open as usual, but in a different way.
Yeah, it's wide open as usual, and right when you think your team is going to claim it, as on the Fox NFL Sunday show, we said Dallas is that team. They go out and they get beat extremely bad by a Packers team the week before that lost to a team they shouldn't have lost to. And then you have the Eagles. They go out and lose to San Diego, who in turn beat the Giants the week before. So the NFC East is wide open right now. I don't think anybody's actually got to have figured themselves out as a team enough to take control of that division. So it's still a lot of games left. It's still up in the air, and I think as long as every team there has a fighting chance, basically.
There's one trend I've been looking at with some pass rushers. There are a lot of guys that are smaller guys doing really well. Hit James Harrison last year. Now Elvis Dumerville is playing really well. You know why that's happening with all these maybe not the bigger defensive ends that we've seen, but these shorter, quicker guys that are making these moves?
Because the game has kind of changed. It's not. I consider there are two different type of players. There are defensive ends and there are pass rushers. And I think a lot of teams have gone more to the point of a pass rusher, where these guys they're shorter but they're stout, they're quick, they have great range and long arms and the ability to get to the quarterback because it gives them leverage. And they are playing extremely well and doing whatever those teams need, which is put pressure on the quarterback. So I think that's why, because these guys are brought in. This is what you do. You put pressure on the quarterback, disrupt the other team's game plan, and these guys have a clear, idea of what they're doing out there, and they're very successful at it.
Do you think it helps that some of the offensive linemen are so tall now, or these guys can kind of get under them?
I always preferred the big offensive lineman. I didn't want a guy who was like 6'2", 270, 280, 290. I always wanted a guy like 6'7", 350. It sounds worse on paper, but when you're out there playing, to have a taller guy you can get leverage on, you can get a quicker start on, a guy you can outlast, with your endurance was a lot more important than and a lot easier than a guy who was as quick, as strong, and had about the same amount of endurance as you did.
Do you think we'll see a trend back to those type of linemen more?
I don't know. The problem is I don't know if you'll see a trend back to smaller linemen. I think you'll probably see bigger linemen just with better technique and the ability to handle the smaller rushers because some of these guys are just big individuals. I used to look and go, oh, my goodness, I can't believe they made people this big. But that's just how they are. That's the mold of an offensive lineman. And I'm sure you'll see guys like a Jonathan Ogden, who was a big guy. He was able to handle the smaller rushers because, he just understood the technique. So I think you'll see guys adapt to it.
What are some of your predictions for rest of the season down the line? Who do you like coming out of the AFC and NFC right now?
Well, out of the AFC, I like the Colts, obviously. They're undefeated, but yet watching the game against the Patriots, you realize that they're not going to run away with the AFC title. I mean, they have to play the Patriots again at some point. If they do, then I think the Patriots definitely could beat them. And then you also, in the NFC, I look at Drew Brees down in New Orleans and watching what they're doing, and you get excited about that, yet they've had some very tough games too. In all the other divisions, nothing's really, clear-cut or concise. And Minnesota looks really good. And that's another team you should watch out for. But it's one of those situations where even though there are a lot of blowouts and there are a lot of teams that are on the bubble or a lot of teams that you're not sure what they're going to do, once the playoffs come around or once it's that time to see who's going to get in the playoffs, anything could happen.
What do you think has been the biggest surprise for you watching?
The biggest surprise for me, probably one of the biggest surprises probably been Cincinnati. The fact that they've beaten Pittsburgh twice, beaten the Ravens, and just the way that they're playing, because I just didn't think that team was ready for that big of a leap. But they've proven that they're a good team. They play hard, they play well, and they can stand up against the top competition.
Looking at a couple talked about things that happened on Sunday. with those two decisions by Jack Del Rio and Bill Belichick. Uh, how would you describe? I mean, they're both obviously gutsy, but I mean, with different results. But have you ever seen that? And what did you think of those moves?
Well, I've never seen anything quite like it. In case of Jack Del Rio, you have to be guarded on the fact that they could have missed the field goal or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always some risk involved, and you take a chance. In case of Belichick, he took a chance. It didn't work out. Had it worked out, he had been held as a genius coach. But I would have probably planted the ball, played a little bit safer. His defense had been playing really well the entire game for the most part. So just have belief in them that you can go out there and stop him on an 80-yard drive. Obviously, he believed in them because he thought if they didn't get the first down, they could stop him on a 28-yard drive, which they just weren't fortunate enough to do. But I think both calls were very gutsy calls. One worked out, which makes Del Rio look like a genius. One didn't work out, which makes people question the genius of Bill Belichick.
Talk about your transition there to now studio a couple of years, and now you have doing TV comedy as well. What are the different challenges they pose in contrast to football?
Well, football is mentally it's very taxing, but it's also so much physicality involved. I mean, that's what it is. It's a very physical game, and it's a game of mentality, which in a lot of ways transitions to acting and doing comedy. It's not physical in that sense, but in certain ways it is. But the mentality of it, where you have to be somebody that you're not, because I'm not that guy on Sunday that's out there cursing and screaming and motivating and kicking people when I'm on the street. Whereas when you're on camera, you're doing a scene, you're more than likely not that guy that you're acting out to be. And I think there are a lot of parallels in that sense, but it's a new challenge for me, which I enjoy. Then Fox NFL Sundays is more of a show of, hey, let's go on, let's have some fun talking about football and make sure that everybody out there who watches us has fun too. So it's more just on that entertainment side, if anything else.
What would be an ideal role you'd like to play if you had a shot to act in any
movie? If I could act in any movie?
Yeah.
That's a very good question. Obviously, it's a movie that hasn't been done yet. I can't go back and say I'd love to be in Training Day. King Kong ain't got nothing on me. I could do I could do that. Well, I'm a big Will Smith fan. I mean, all his stuff that he does is great, and I just hope to have an opportunity to stay in the business and keep going and do some big things. So, right now that's where I'm focused on, and hopefully the next great role is the one that I'll play.
So you're ready for some drama after some comedy at some point?
Yeah, I'm ready for some drama. The comedy is great. Comedy is, as I'm told, after you get into it, it's the hardest thing to do. Why didn't you tell me that in the first place? And so I'm definitely would definitely try to embrace some drama. And maybe I could be Vaseline Man.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound good, does it?
Yeah. That would be a different kind of movie.
I made you laugh, man. That'd be a different type of, not the kind of movie you're thinking, man.
No, it'd be straight to DVD or something. But yeah, I think you'd still get people to watch it. So.
Well, that'd be good. That's all you want.
Yeah. All right. So talk about the importance here of skincare and guys that take it lightly.
Well, answer this question. Every time after you shower, do you use lotion?
I'll admit so.
You moisturize?
Yeah, I would say so.
You would say so? 100% of the time?
Maybe 85%.
85% of the time. Well, you're missing out, man. Got to keep your skin strong. If your skin is strong and healthy, then not only the healthier you're going to be, the stronger you're going to be. And most of us men, as you do 15% of the time, since you do hydrate 85% of the time, you're neglecting yourself. And so Vaseline understands we don't like to be greasy. We don't like to run around all day and just, feel a little sweaty and all that stuff. So they came out with the Vaseline Men Fast Absorbing Lotion. You can apply the same lotion to your body as your face. So you don't need 2 or 3 products. Dries within 15 seconds. And then off you go. And you can go to strongerskin.com as well. You can check it out. And also we have some vignettes on there of 15-minute workouts. We do everything here. You lotion dries in 15 seconds, and you work out in 15 minutes. I have some vignettes of 15-minute workouts that you can get in a hotel room, at home, in your office, different things like that to help people stay in shape, especially around the holidays when you don't have a lot of time to make it to the gym.
So you think I mean, it just makes you look better on camera with all this.
It makes you look better on camera, but hopefully it makes you look better at home where it really matters, my friend.
Yeah. It's all about taking care of yourself in front of the mirror, right?
Exactly. You want to look in the mirror and be happy with what you see? Use Vaseline Men Fast Absorbing Lotion, man. Take some years off your life. I look like I'm 22. I'm not.
So does that mean you're going to get back out there?
No, I'm not getting back out there to play football. Looks can be deceiving sometimes.
Yeah.
No way. Football's over for me.
All right, Michael. Appreciate your time.
All right. Thank you, man. Take
Bye.
care.